creatives, welcome to Fashionlinknow platform. I think you already know me, but just in case you don't, my name is Anna Vasiljevich and I'm a founder of Fashionlinknow educational platform, as well as one of the mentors at the Fashionlinknow platform. Today I wanted to talk to you about how to make one budget-friendly capsule fashion collection. I think this is very important when you are planning your first collection in the start of your fashion career, or even if you're at the course or during some kind of education, to be able to do budget-friendly capsule collections that can show your creative potential, but on the other hand, not to put you in trouble when it comes to the finances. So let's start. For you who are not familiar with the term of capsule collection, I will shortly explain what is capsule collection. It's something that we pursue at my fashion courses because I find it very useful and very practical when it comes to designing fashion collections. So I will shortly explain, and if you want to learn more, of course, you know where to find us, and you can find the links just below. Capsule wardrobe is a term coined by Susie Fox, who was the owner of the London boutique called Wardrobe, and it's coming from the 70s. According to the Fox, a capsule wardrobe is a collection of a few essential items of clothing that do not go out of fashion. The way we use the term capsula, a fashion collection, is the chosen items and divided, very carefully planned, that you can do in a mix and match position so that they can work together, but also to be part of the essential of somebody's wardrobe. So you need to know some classical items that are included in the classical capsule collections, and I will write a couple of these items in the description below so that you can be aware and if you want to research more. And now we start with some tips on how to create budget-friendly fashion collection in a capsule way. The first thing that I would mention when starting to do your budget-friendly capsule collection is to make a plan. I like to say this to my students when they're doing the research and when they're doing the mood boards, and when they finish this primary and secondary part of the research. I like to tell them, okay, now it's time for the plan. What this means? This means that you need to choose some kind of forms or some kind of items that will be holding your collection together. In the case of capsule collection, this needs to be planned with the essential items, whether it's going to be a classical blazer, whether it's going to be a trench, whether it's going to be classical pants. You need to make some kind of plan and some kind of choices of the items, or let's say forms, that you will work in your capsule collections. The second tip is considering the fabrics. When it comes to choosing the fabrics for the collection, this can be a tricky job. Just because if you go to the fabric shop without any idea of what you're going to do, you will probably look like a child in the candy shop, which means that you will want to buy more that you actually need for your collection. And I'm sure now when I'm saying this, many can recognize themselves this happening. So how you can, let's say, stop this kind of thing happening and doing it budget-friendly for your collection? Basically, before you go to the store, you need to choose essential colors and accident colors for your collection. Also, what you can do is decide which fabrics are essential and which fabrics will be spreading through your collection as an important part of the fabric choice, and ones that can be accent colors and accent fabrics in your collections. So when you go to the store, you know what you'll be looking for, and you know that you will not be buying more than you actually need. The second part of choosing the fabric is actually applying the fabric to the forms that you are already in the design process of working on, which means that you will choose one fabric that will fit into the couple of items in your collection. So this doesn't mean that you will not doing it without any plan, but you will be using one fabric in a budget-friendly way and putting it in the couple of items. This is also good if later on you're going to the more production process, and if you're doing a small series of your items, this means that you will be able to, in a better way and easier way, find fabric and order fabric for your collection. So this is the second tip when it comes to fabrics and when it comes to budget-friendly capsule collection. Third part would be thinking smart about construction when it comes to your models or items within the collections. What this means? This means that if you want to work in a budget-friendly way, this means that you can use one construction piece of your item and put it in a couple of pieces within your collections. What this means? If you have, for example, white shirt that you designed, this basic construction you can use, for example, for some other shirt in your collection, or you can use it for a blazer or even for a trench coat. So basically you're using one construction piece to make it budget friendly to develop your collection. The second would be basically that you will be able to redesign your items within the collection. So maybe in the previous collection you had some construction pieces that were really recognized well when it comes to the fitting, and you can use them in your collection to redesign the construction and use it further on as a part of your capsule collection. So the final point is doing it in a mix and match way. What this basically means is that while you are in the design process, and when you design your forms, and when you decided fabrics, when you decided your color palette, basically think about your items and the number of the items in your collection in mix and match way. What this means? This means that basically you don't have to have 20 or 30 pieces in your collection. This can be resized to 10 pieces, and it's going to be enough as well as much these pieces work together. What this means is that if you have, for example, a trench coat, or if you have a couple of coats in your collections, you can easily match them with the dress or with the pants or with the shirt coming from your collection, and they work together. So you don't have to have many pieces. That can be done in the small amount, but that way you will make it budget friendly for your production and for your planning and organizing afterwards. So guys, I hope this was useful for you. If you have some comments, be free to leave it below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos on different topics coming from the fashion. Of course, you know where to find Fashionlinknow. If not, of course, the links are also below. And I will be seeing you very soon. Bye.